I'm always talking to our guys about not making it about the officials, but you know, we deserve a fair shot, you know, and it's just not it's just there's not a consistent balance, and that's disappointing. So and so um, we need to get home. We need to play better. Go ahead.
Well, Pacers, no excuses, man. No excuses, man. I gotta say, I'm not gonna give all that to the rest. I'm not gonna do it. I think partially, Rick Carlisle has to be held accountable. The players have to be held accountable. Even Halliburton talked about it. Hey, he's like, you ain't gonna throw it all on the refs. The players gotta be better as well. I gotta be better. That's what Halliburton was stating in the post game as well. But yeah, I can't just throw it all on the officials. Now they do play a part, definitely in that first game, and also maybe the second game, and some things missed, but we still had a chance to really get that win when Bronson was out in the second half, in the first half, in the first quarter, not in the second quarter when he was hurt, and we had a stretch without him, and we had a lead, and we couldn't stop OG Anunoby. So I gotta say, it's mostly on the Pacer players and the coaches on figuring out to get that win regardless, because we had a chance, bro. We had a chance. Shout out to Halliburton for hooping in that first half. He didn't do a lot like he did in the first half. In the second half, but to see him contribute the way he did on the stats wise, it was good to see. Unfortunately, right when he gets a good game like this, or a good first half, whatever you want to call it, when he lights it up like that, we then the others, like a Siakam, a Turner, don't hoop as good. That's the annoying part about it. Because we've been waiting to see this. And it's like, can the others bring it while he's bringing it? And unfortunately, it didn't happen. And then Carlisle takes out TJ McConnell when he's putting a lot of pressure on Brunson. That was another conversation, mostly on Twitter, X, and other social media, about TJ McConnell staying on Brunson. He making it tougher. Now he did make it tougher, but I'm gonna keep it real with you regardless. Nemhard or McConnell, it's gonna be barbecue chicken if you doing this 1-on-1 with Bronson, bro. He's a 1-on-1 guy. Like, consistently throughout a game, I won't rely on that. That's not dependable. You need to feel like most of the NBA teams and coaches need to start taking notes from the Minnesota Timberwolves, because they might just be making that blueprint when it comes to the modern day guarding. You're going to have to need the athleticism, the size. You're going to have to need that help defense. You're going to need that against a lot of great players. And Bronson is showing he's pretty great. Relentless. Really relentless. He's one of those guys. You can't just think that a 1-on-1 defender is going to stop him. Unless he Kawhi Leonard. Like, you got to help. All this 1-on-1 in the mid range and at the three, going to the rim, that's not going to work. If you are there next to him in the drive, near his lane, getting to the rim, or near his jump shot, how about you attempt a block from behind or a strip? Help defense. Help defense. That's only the way we'll win this. So you got to have some help defense, in my opinion, from looking at it and from looking at how the Minnesota Timberwolves are playing and many other great defensive teams in the past. Help defense plays a part. You can't have 1-on-1 defense every time, man. Definitely if you are next to the guy. How about you help? How about you stick an arm out and rip the ball? Or block the shot from behind if you're right next to him. That's what people like Jaden McDaniels are doing. Nas Reed are doing. Anthony Edwards are doing. Hey, man. They're the blueprint. And the Pacers need to start getting up, taking notes. Because Rick Carlisle also had talked about in the conference about not wanting to change things and how they've been doing things all year with Nimhard. And hey, man, listen, this is the playoffs. This is the playoffs. You can't. This is the regular. It's different from the regular season to the playoffs. You can't do the same thing. If something is working, you got to work with it. And that's McConnell. Because Nimhard, he got his hand down most of the time he's guarding Brunson, first of all. So that's another thing. So that's where the conversation on defenders on our team, there's not that big of a gap when it comes to things like this. Because I've seen it time and time again. This is not the first time I've seen it. Seen it in the regular season. Where it be some lapses. Where maybe Nimhard is missing out on a guy, having bad defensive awareness, or leaving the guy open, or Aaron Neesmith messing up, or fouling too damn much, or playing too damn hard and biting too much on picks and gambling a little too much, and then leaving a guy open, or a guy have a quick window to drive to the rim and cut right past him because he got baited to a crossover or a pick too much, and he went too over or too under, and not really using better IQ. Things like that makes it feel like those guys defensively, as much as maybe Carlisle or many Pacer guys or in the media want to talk about it, they're a bit overrated on that end, man. They still got work to do, but they're still young, but they still got work to do. If they are our best defenders, we are in hell when it comes to us trying to guard somebody. So we got to be better. And that also goes with defensive schemes and accountability from the player. Not the player, from the coach. The coach has to be right to throw that accountability at those players and make sure they are getting the right sets and how to guard. And that's the one thing with Carlisle. He's an offensive coach. He's known that in the past from the Mavs get days. So it's like it's a stretch. Trying to depend on him to defend, have great defensive schemes for our team, it's kind of hard. So it's like a pro and a con, man. Honestly, I'm a defensive guy. I mean, Carter 94 feet is my brand, so I gotta be a defensive guy. I like two-way. That's why Anthony Edwards is my favorite. But, and obviously one of my underrated favorites, Jaden McDaniels. But, like, yeah, man. Players gotta step up. Miles Turner, he was not hooping like he should. That was probably his worst game in his run of the playoffs right now. He has to be better. Siakam, we got him to help Halliburton get buckets, do his thing. He has to be better, and also the coaching. Rick Carlisle, he has to be better. Everybody has to be better, man. It's not just the officials, man. They gotta lock in on defense, allowing the 130 points to a Tom Thibodeau team. Come on, ma. Come on, bro. They're not known for a lot of big scoring team. He's not known for big scoring teams. It's mainly gritty defense. So let's not throw it out on the officials, man. Let's not do that. And it makes me wonder. Let me know how y'all feel about it. But I was thinking about Jalen Smith. It's like, remember when we had a pretty good run in December when we had that big lineup of Smith and Turner? He had some things rolling. I was wondering, was that something maybe the coaching staff like Carlisle and others missed out on experimenting early on in the season? Like with Siakam. Instead of having Siakam at the 4, have him at the 3. And have a bigger guy at the 4, because even in that Bucks series, he was getting babied by Bobby Portis. And it's like, maybe we should play bigger, and that's the biggest issue when you got a guy like Rick Carlisle. He's so stuck on certain things, he don't want to never experiment as much. He don't want to go deeper in a roster. You got Jarris Walker. I don't think he's that far off, development wise, from the others. But let you tell it. Well, let them tell it. He ain't close, but I disagree. And a lot of guys I know in the media disagree. Fans, community. It's crazy. because you see him play. He has a lot of pro things. It's more pros than cons, man. Because first of all, he can play make, defensive versatility, strength with athleticism, all things you pretty much need in today's age of defense and play. And it's like, why he's not playing is crazy to me. Even he don't have to have consistent minutes, but when guys are not hooping, when they're not doing well, you should throw them in, man. Instead of cycling the same guys. And even if you don't do Walker or do a Jalen Smith consideration of changing things at rotation wise, at least consider Obi Toppin. Have some lineups of experimenting that I should have probably would have thought we would see more of. It's maybe a Turner at the 5, maybe Siakam at the 4, or Toppin at the 4, and Siakam at the 3, whichever way you want to put it. Just a bigger guy to help out, and then you have Neesmith at the 2, a bigger, stronger guy for the guarding 2 guards, because 2 guards, come on now, so it's a lot of 2 guards that are big, and it's just a bigger lineup in general to help in the backcourt instead of Andrew Nembhard. He's a bit smaller. He's like 6'3". Then you have Aaron Neesmith 6'5", 6'6". It's much better, I think, at the 2 than at the 3, having a bigger lineup. So let me know how y'all feel about it. But yeah, man, Indiana Pacers, now they headed back to Indy for game 3 and 4. They down 0-2. Let me know how I feel about this series right now. Y'all still got the Pacers trying to come back and get this series, or y'all got the Knicks handling business? Let me know how I feel about it, man. I'm still rooting for my Pacers, but damn, it's tough right now. 0-2. But I will say, though, ain't like I expected this team to go far, like a championship or a finals. Expectation-wise, my expectations when the season first started was for the Pacers to get out the first round, because we haven't been out the first round since 2014. That was my whole mindset when this season started, and we got it. So whatever happens else, whatever happens next, I think is just determining the future of this team with Halliburton, Siakam, whether who goes. Obviously, Halliburton will be staying, I would assume. So, Siakam, mostly. Just determining different guys. Turner, different guys on a roster, on like Toppin, which I think he may have kept himself on the team. I don't think we will be letting him go. I don't know, man. We'll see. Unless a great package comes around, he might have upped his value. But, damn. I think just going forward, it's just about evaluating the team going forward before the offseason, or how we want this team to be. Preferably, I just think identity-wise, defense may not will to win championships. It may not be the phrase now, but I do think defense is still an importance to a team to win championships. It plays a part with offense. You can't have a below average team, more so than not, to be successful, man. You can't. And yeah, I think everything goes with evaluating on how this team goes based off of Kevin Pritchard determining whether Rick Carlisle stays or goes, players, who they swap out, who they let go, who they don't give contracts to, like in Siakam. Let me know how y'all feel about Siakam. Do y'all think he should stay or he should go? Because I don't know, that's an iffy one. Because considering the forward rotation, when you got Siakam at the starting lineup, and then you got people like Toppin doing his thing now, playing very well and rolling, and he's young, it's like, damn. Then you got Jarris Walker in the mix. Who knows what he could be? Who knows how good he can be? Because I've seen some great signs. So, yeah, man. honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of on a limb of it, but I do like the fact that we didn't give a lot. We didn't give up a lot to get Siakam, so whatever happens, you just shrug your shoulders and say that's what. Hey, it was a run. If you let him go, man, or he walks away or whatever, um, just shrug your shoulder on that one and just say on to the next. The best you can do, because I think we set no matter how you put it. And looking at how this playoff run looked, I think a guy that was perfect for like this series and even the past series against the Bucks was Benedict Mathurin, man. I look forward to seeing how he develops in this next following year. I look forward to seeing. I hope he develops and takes his game to another level, man. Because hey, he could be one of those guys to make a jump. That would be great, for the team. That would be great. So that'll even be better for us, man. Considering where we're at right now, if he can get to like all-star level almost, that'd be great. But it's all assumption and hoping. But I think Benedict Mathurin has that potential. So we'll see. We'll see how he looks in his third season. But I'm looking forward how this Pacers team close out this postseason. Whether and how things get evaluated in the off season. So, but this is tough, man. Right now, down 0-2 against the Knicks. They got to lock in and play better defense and be locked in the film room and just lock in on both ends, man. Because ain't no slacking against this Knicks team. Even if the main guys of Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson are playing a lot of minutes, like, and others, like, you can't take them for granted. You can't expect them to get tired. You can't expect them to get tired. So just hoop, okay? Just hoop. Man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. Love to everybody, man. Carter 94 feet, man. I'm out.